Hello friends, welcome to my channel Technical Education to solve technical problems. In this video we are going to learn how to install DSE4520 module and the function of the DSE4520 module. The function of this module is to start the engine, monitor various generator protections and display the warnings or shut down the engine in case of event of protection being out of defined range. The temperature of the engine, the oil pressure of the engine, the voltage, the frequency, the fuel level, the oil level can be monitored with the help of this module. This module also works as automatic transfer switch and shifts the supply from main to generator and from generator to main. In case of mains failure, it starts the generator and shifts the supply from main to generator automatically. Now let's begin the installation process of this module. First you need a panel cutout of 118 mm into 92 mm. That is the panel cutout you need to install. We have made this cutout in acrylic sheet for the purpose of installation of this module. The number sequence in the drawing is a bit different from the original module, but you have to follow the numbers whether it's on the drawing or on the module. 6, 7, 8, 9 are explained later in this drawing. Remember to match the numbers on the module and the drawing. If you look on the back side of this module, you will see the numberings, the numbers on the module. Each pin has a number. With the help of a wiring diagram, you can install these wires. Now I am going to explain you each and every wire. Number 1 wire is battery negative. From the pole of the battery it will be connected here, and this point is also tied with the engine block, must be grounded. Number 2 is battery positive. Don't forget to install the fuse. That is the view of battery positive and negative. It's mentioned on the battery. Don't forget to install a fuse on the positive side of the battery for the safety of your engine and the safety of the module. Then comes the fuel supply. That is the fuel solenoid where your supply will be connected. The fuel supply. Don't forget to install a relay in between the module and fuel and a self starter or start point. That is the starter relay, which will be connected with the help of a relay on to number 4 point. Number 3 is fuel, number 4 is start. Number 3 and 4 are locked with the emergency stop, interlinked with the emergency stop. In case you press the emergency stop, number 3 and number 4 supply will be break and engine will not start unless you release the emergency stop. The fuel and the start supply is linked with the emergency stop. Number 5 is charging alternators point, which will be connected with the WL or D plus point of your charging alternator. You have to connect ground on number 10. The ground connections must be on the engine block and must be on the sensor bodies as mentioned in the manual. The body is already tightened in the block. Make sure that the negative is available to these analog inputs. That is the oil pressure switch. You have to connect the G point at number 11. The G point of the sensor will be connected at number 11. Number 12 is coolant temperature sensor. That is the coolant temperature sensor. You have to install it on number 12. Number 13 is for the fuel level sensor input. Remember 11, 12 and 13, all these 3 points, threads of these points should be, these sensors should be free of Teflon and directly in contact with the engine block. As the negative of the battery is tightened on the engine block, these points will take the negative from the engine block and convert it into a digital value of oil pressure, temperature and fuel level. Number 14 is for the remote start. You have to connect it for the remote start. Number 15 is emergency stop. Emergency stop is directly linked with the fuel and the start relays. In case you press the emergency stop, your fuel and start function will be disconnected. Number 16 is user configurable negative input. 17 is also the user configurable negative input. You can configure it from the engine settings. Number 6 is user configurable output for generator breaker close, and number 7 is for user configurable output mains breaker close. These 2 points will be used as ATS. The next 8 and 9 are also user configurable positive outputs. These 2 are positive outputs. 18 and 19 are the can low, can high. 18 is can high and 19 is can low. In case of ECU is connected with the engine, you can use these 2 points. Number 20 is screen. The shield of this wire, which is the CAN bus wire, is connected at number 20. This is the lower side of this 4520 module, which is almost completed. If you haven't understood anything, you can ask me in the comments. Now we will discuss about the upper side. 29, 30 and 31 are the connections for current transformer CT. CT1, CT2 and CT3 will be connected here. S1 on the left of the CT is connected at 29, the second CT at 30 and the third CT at 31. P1 and P2 is very critical during this installation. P1 will toward the generator side and P2 will be toward the load side of the CT. Polarity of the CT is very critical for the proper display of the amperes. The 3-phase output red, yellow and blue will be passed through these CTs, and P2 will be toward the load side and P1 toward the generator side. As mentioned in the manual, the polarity is very critical. 32 is the common of CTs. In this image I have shown you the sequence of installation. 29, 30 and 31 will be connected on S1 points of CTs. The S2 points of the CTs are common and will be installed at 32 as shown in the drawing. There you can see the cable red, yellow, blue phase are passing through these CTs. The P1 toward the generator side and P2 toward the load side, as clearly mentioned in the drawing. Follow these instructions to install your CTs. In case of any doubt, feel free to ask in the comments. The 21, 22, 23 are the outputs of the generator L1, L2 and L3. Don't forget to install the fuse on these 3 wires, L1, L2 and L3. will be installed on 21, 22 and 23 numbers. 24 is the neutral of the generator. 25, 26 and 27 are the main input voltage. The main input will be connected at 25, 26 and 27. 28 is the neutral. Don't forget to mechanically interlock the two magnetic contactors, which are controlled with the help of number 6 and 7 points. The automatic transfer switch will be controlled with number 6 and 7 point of our controller module. As we have completed the installation, we are going to start the generator and check the parameters. Number 1 screen is the oil pressure, 4.20 bar. On the left side is the sign of the oil pressure, which is coming from the oil sensor. That is the temperature, engine temperature. That is battery voltage. Next is the hour meter, 0 hours and 2 minutes. These are the RPM, 1587, 84. This is the kVA load. Again, the power factor, L1, L2 and L3 are the phase inputs. As we haven't connected the main, there are no phase or no input voltage on these points. These are the main input. That is the frequency of the generator. That is the voltage of the generator output. These are the single phase output voltage. Now to check the safeties, if our oil pressure and engine temperature safeties are working, we will remove the wire from the oil pressure sender. Here you can see the oil pressure is 4.34 bar, 63 psi. When you will remove the wire from the oil sender, your screen will display the XXX value, which means that the oil sender is removed. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video.